YouTube solid. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why it's like that. Let's go DGK. What's good, Marcus? What's your YouTube? Well, I'm actually live on the Legacy YouTube, but if you want my YouTube channel, if you're asking like if I'm on YouTube live, I'm on Legacy. My YouTube channel is Niicksfx. Go check it out. And again, if you're new here, if you don't know me, if you comment on my most recent video, which is a vlog, you get entered into a giveaway for a free 100K funded account. I pick one comment every single video. All right, so let's go into it. You guys can see my screen. Guys, let's talk about the fact that NASDAQ was nice last night. Okay. I also told you guys I was going to get into DAX. I did end up getting into DAX where price did come up, take my stops barely, but then continue with my overall bias. Nonetheless, I also got in UK 100 right after stream, right back at the equilibrium where price did not take the highs and ended up winning. So I still profited when it comes to my DAX and UK 100 trading because lost 1 RR, gained 2, profited 1, right? Yada, yada. But nonetheless, again, still wish we would have been able to bag out on this trade as well. Just because, again, like it was still structurally sound. The one thing that happened, if you guys were here last night, we had a random spike of volume, like a ridiculous spike of volume within, like on every market. Here we had basically 102 points, 170. NASDAQ, what was it yesterday? NASDAQ has been nasty. We got in and we just had a random spike for 105 points. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. A lot of you guys absolutely bagged out there. So, gold swing long still going strong. No way, Henry. You little... Oh, sorry, the sirens are so loud. What's up, YouTube? Hopefully, guys... Hopefully, YouTube's popping up. I hope. Does someone want to check Legacy YouTube? Make sure it's good. I'd appreciate one of you guys for that. But nonetheless, let's talk about today. So, we obviously know, or if you don't know, Trump basically announced a ceasefire, or that they came to an agreement for a ceasefire. Absolutely skyrocketing NAS, DAX, UK 100. Oil's obviously dropping, but nonetheless, we're going to focus on the pairs we trade. And honestly, from a fundamental standpoint, even I don't really involve, like my trading doesn't really involve like anything like fundamentally or fundamental based, whatever you want to say. I still pay attention to it just because like I'm not saying price isn't going to go back to normal. It probably will, but nonetheless, like this could have just been a quick little push volume spike or it can continue. I'm just not going to trade. Like I'm not going to trade today. I'll be live for power tomorrow. And if there's something of value, like if we can see through the night that price is still playing fairly well, then great. Because first things first, like from a technical standpoint, you guys know me. I am instantly going to be looking for a pullback. Okay, the way I trade NAS, I understand, or the way I trade anything is I identify what leg we're playing within, and then I look for a pullback, especially knowing when price is overextended. And a lot of times price will pull back, but nonetheless, when there's, in my opinion, when there's news like this, it's kind of unpredictable. And obviously it's always unpredictable, but nonetheless, like in most cases, I feel like it is easier to predict where price should go. When there's not like some type of fundamental influence. 4-hour chart. God damn it. Gold's bullish, yeah? Voice is lagging. Is that everyone? Is my voice laggy for everyone? Be honest here. No? Might just be you, Jerry. Can't even lie to you there. I can hear you fire. So, again, let's just go over a technical analysis, though. That's what I trade. Again, being that I'm not trading today, I'm just going to kind of see what happens. This is like a really big thing for me, too, like for data, just because, like, again, like nothing has happened like this in a while. Therefore, like, obviously, I don't want to say anything can happen like this in the future, but nonetheless, if something does happen, we can kind of get an idea, or at least even if it's something not as severe, an idea of how the fundamentals have been influencing a lot of my trading. There was another situation this week where price had a fundamentally influenced candle, of course, by Trump, and beautiful setup from a technical standpoint, but nonetheless still lost. Price came up, then taking those highs of that opening of that news release or whatever it was, and kind of fucked me. So that's something that I'm definitely getting data on, and I just kind of want to share that because, again, if I'm getting data on it, you guys should be too, in the sense of I've never paid attention to fundamentals other than understanding I don't trade during red folder news, but actually going deeper into it and seeing how that could ultimately affect my system. All right. Again, I do good just from a technical standpoint, but nonetheless, I'm always looking at different observations, always making different observations. I think it's key. I think it's fucking key. How do you add a simple moving average indicator, please? Go to indicator, is it right here? Indicators. What is it? Simple. I just literally, I don't do indicators though, but it's as easy as going up here. It's like a little chart, pop-up indicators. You can look it up. Boom, bam, pow. Sorry guys, someone on YouTube was asking. You skate? No. Nah. I mean, I know how to, at least, cruise on a skateboard to an extent. Are you talking to me or TGK? Let's see. You gotta reply to his message. I wish I know how to skate. You know who knows how to skate? Luca. Ask him about it when he comes back. So are you just gonna hold, Henry? Already had it apparently. Everything's just not in a good position, guys. Nothing. But again, UK 100 trade I took last night was fire. Played out perfectly too. I mean, in the sense of why I identified higher time frames or why higher time frames are important. I just made a video on this. I went over kind of the breakdown of this. But nonetheless, again, super important to identify 1 hour structure. And again, this is why I kind of don't want to trade right now, just because I have a feeling we're just going to be, I just have an intuition feeling it's going to be a little bit choppy or just not ideal movement. But nonetheless, again, if we start seeing price start reacting like this still, where again, we had that higher time or the higher high, had a pullback, we caught the pullback into discount. If we see price kind of again start to do the same thing and still kind of appropriately trend within there, then I'll kind of start easing back into it as far as taking a trade, which hopefully is going to be by tomorrow. But TGK lit. We're watching skateboard clips. Oh yeah, I would eat shit, bro. Oh no. Let's focus. What's up, Casper? I didn't let anyone else know I'm live. YouTube's kind of dead. Is it consolidation? I mean, we clearly expanded up. But nonetheless, I'm not saying price is going to consolidate. I think we will see some volume, especially as we step into New York. I feel like we'll see a lot of volume. But I just don't think from a technical standpoint, unless even if price started giving us some type of I wouldn't want to buy, and honestly buying is probably more optimal right now. I'll be 100% honest with you guys, but I'm just a way more confident in actually taking pullbacks itself. Obviously I'll take sorry, I can't talk. Wow. Yes, I'll take a continuation, but nonetheless, when I take continuations, I like to see price have its pullback first. I'd like to know that we're within a discounted rate. Right now we are at a higher price. Obviously that doesn't necessarily mean price has to come back down. No, by all means, no. But I think as the deeper or the higher we get, we're going to have a pullback at some point. I mean, it just, You can clearly see it where it happens so much, right? Price is pushing. People are probably still buying, pull back. Pushing, pull back, right? Obviously, this is our next push. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to pull back. And that's where I'm kind of like very hesitant on either buying or selling, and just would rather sit on my hands today and just see what price does. Again, like I'd want to see price kind of start shifting lower internally, showing that we're going to pull back, fill a lot of this imbalance, maybe take a lot of liquidity from this initial push, and then maybe continue higher later into the week. But again, like I'm still going to watch it. Like I dare to say that like if something really like looked good, I'd take it. But like I preferably like to see price come lower, take these lows, and then maybe start trending internally bearish. But nonetheless, again, like price may still just continue to react off these bullish impulses, especially with the news that was announced earlier. Yeah, the market, David. How are you doing? Oh. We got open right now. Didn't even realize. So let's kind of check things out, and we'll see how price is moving. If price is shit, then it's shit. Like same thing with UK 100. Since we made a new high, like I'm ultimately expecting to pull back here as well. But at the same time, like we are still within like this last bullish impulse. Had its pull back, we still have a lot of room to continue higher. But nonetheless, like if we came, broke these lows, and had some type of pullback into 50%, you know, maybe I take it. But obviously, like knowing and understanding the risk that there could be a lot of fundamental influence, and obviously can go my way because price may need to come down and take a lot of this liquidity from this initial push, but it could also not go my way. But again, that's just data too. So let's see what we got over here. DAX kind of moving horribly. I mean, a break this low wouldn't be bad. And then a continuation further down. But like something I've noticed with DAX too is like UK 100, I see one like new bearish internal leg form. Most of the time it wins. DAX, it's weird. Sometimes on those first initial bearish flips, these will lose for some reason. I've noticed that just with data versus the ones that have 2 or 3 continuations already where price is clearly trending. Again, those are higher probable when it comes to DAX. I mean, obviously in anything, those are the higher probability trades because we're clearly trending. But nonetheless, like when it comes to DAX, like I'm going to be a little bit more picky just because, again, I'd like to see price print. Maybe have a pullback and maybe we take a break to the lows potentially, right? Because that's, again, another confluence as far as we know that price is now confirming, okay, we had a break, had a pullback, and we're now looking to continuously break or make new structure, make new lows. We could do that, or we could just, again, potentially wait for the other pullback just to get a better entry position. But it may not happen too. Because if we were to target this entire bullish leg, we know we got room. These lows to these highs. Sorry for all this mess over here. So we know we got room. So we know that price can start trending potentially. And we just wait to get in. That might be something. No, I said I was a little hesitant, but nonetheless, like, still looking good. I don't think I'm going to trade NAS. That, I feel like that's for sure. And again, if we look good, we look good. It'll just kind of prove my point as far as, again, like we do need a pullback. And that'd be like my only look or only analysis on the entire day. UK 100, same thing. Like we need that pullback. We are ripping down in UK 100. I can't even lie. The one thing with UK 100 is like by the time we break these lows that I want to see us break, we may already be hitting the 50%, which again, like we can come deeper and I may play that still, even though we hit the 50%, and that does decrease probabilities that we will continue lower. But nonetheless, like we can continue lower. So I may still take it knowing we still have imbalance. if it comes to that. But we'll see. But if it's going to give it to us, it's going to give it to us at the end of the day. Except for NAS. I'm not going to trade NAS. So sad. See you typing. What we trading? We're trading DAX, UK 100, and NQ. I don't think I'm gonna trade NQ today. I don't think I am. I mean, we are kind of nice here. I still want to wait for a break of these lows. Either way. But we could get a break of those lows, play the pullback of that new 5-minute bearish leg too. So we'll see, especially because we trade the 1 minute here. But we're trading NQ, DAX, UK 100. Looking for possible shorts on UK 100 and DAX. I have a feeling I'll be off stream by the time we get something, just because, again, like with DAX, I do want to see a break of these lows first. Then I want to see price obviously pull back. And then we'll take most likely the break of these lows, just because we are playing within a larger leg. I'm fine with a bigger stop. Which, genuinely speaking, this stop should be all the way up here. But again, like, it'd still be playing it riskier in the sense of like where we would have to enter for that to be like even reasonable. But nonetheless, even if we take a break of these lows, nice little 1 to 2, we could potentially even hold longer, just because we know that price, if it's going to facilitate a pullback, it's most likely going to come into our 50% target, which could be a pretty big trade. I mean, that's 400 points. Obviously, that's not going to, I mean, that could happen by New York. I can't even lie to you. But that's a big stop on DAX. It is, but typically we've been seeing some pretty big stops. I can't lie. I mean, again, like, the only way to kind of eliminate stops is, like, let's say we do end up making a new low here. We'd be playing it riskier by entering at the 50%, but nonetheless, it would still be a good trade. By the way, it's still 133 point stop loss. But that's just me. Again, like, I like having structurally sound, like structured stop losses, I guess. So again, if we come down, break these lows, we pull back. At this point, we made a new low. We're now internally bearish. We know that if price is going to come back up and break these highs, okay, we're wrong for the day. But nonetheless, it shouldn't, right? This has honestly saved us more than it's kind of bitten us in the ass, just because there is times where we actually do face some drawdown. I can't lie to you. Sometimes we'll come as far as here and still end up making our way back down. And it's not that, you know, being that we're in drawdown, that it was a bad trade. It's just price can come deeper within this overall range. That's why I'm fine having those bigger stop losses, because again, like, one, I know it's pretty much key to my overall system is making sure I have enough room to breathe, and I'm still getting appropriate RR. So UK 100 on the other hand, if we get that break, let's say even if it's at 50% equilibrium, I think I would still take it. Still decently big stop loss. And this is the 5 minute too. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. It's actually fucking ridiculous. But nonetheless, a lot of it could just be we have really massive fucking candles right now, apparently. Kind of sucks. See what the 5 minutes doing. Still nothing yet, even if we were to be trading that. I think there's a chance I still trade. What are your favorite retracement test settings? Literally 0, 0.5, 0.71, and 1. And honestly, I don't even really pay attention that much to 7%. I think I will definitely in the future, but nonetheless, it's mostly, I think the most important is just your equilibrium. And as far as color, fuck, what color is it? 5.9, I think it's like the second one. It's like this one of these. But we still got some room for UK 100. I think DAX will definitely come first. And again, like, I'm obviously like thinking about entering on the pullback leg, just because again, like, we are, if we have really good displacement when we break lower here, okay, at that point I feel like London is picking its direction. Maybe I enter at 50%, right? It would be more appropriate. I think the only thing that's kind of like pushed me back on my judgment is just like the fundamental aspect of things, is like price just had this huge spike, but nonetheless, again, like, price will most likely rebalance this. I just don't know if it's gonna be right now. I really don't know. DAX buys. Whoa, I don't know. No, I'm not going to buy. I'm going to wait for the pullback, and then I will sell from this area. So like I want to see price first. We need confirmation that we're going to break this structure. Okay, first things first. What happened to my indicator? What the fuck happened to it? Hold on. I'm going to stop screen share. YouTube. Give me 1 second. Oh, wrong one. Okay. I can bring you guys back, I guess. I guess YouTube. All right, fire. Nasdaq still coming down. Is anyone in a trade right now? Tell me that. Anyone in a trade? Y'all just kind of waiting. I mean, I really don't see anything. I know Henry's in a trade. Henry, if you respond. I know you're in a fucking trade, Henry. I'm very tempted to enter at 50%. I just want to see how we break this low, though. Like, if it's just a little ass break, no, I'm going to wait. But if we actually get some good displacement lower, I would like to see that. And again, we know we have targets 1 and 2. Well, we have really good targets, actually. We have Tokyo lows. And we also know that price, again, our 50% is, well, that's not it right there. Our 50% is all the way down here. Meaning, I doubt I would leave a runner that far. Doubt it. But nonetheless, like in these situations, like when I do enter here, it's a lot easier because I know, like, let's say I do enter 50%. And price does react off 50% to come lower, especially because we have an order block right here. Let's say I move my stops to break even. I know that price is less likely to hit that area. 1, because we're still making new lows. And most of the time, price isn't coming all the way to these highs to, then reverse. So it's usually pulling back 50%. And then I know I could potentially take price further down. How far? I don't know. But we'll see. Like last night, like I do have a management plan, but I honestly fell asleep last night in UK 100 trade. So it's made the full 2%. Still, obviously lost on DAX. But I usually, again, take half my position off at 101, hold the rest to 102. So, but again, like I may take off half at 101, go to break even, and just literally just let the rest run. And just on, because again, like we have really good confluences that price should at least, and again, I can't say 100%, but nonetheless, like even Tokyo lows, that's a nice little 1 to 2.6, maybe even run it lower too. Nice little 1 to 3. UK 100 is looking nice too. I just want to see that break. When will DAX be on legacy? I can't say when. And I usually always say like it's in the talks, and it still is. But I'd say definitely in the future. That's definitely something that we want. There's obviously just other things that I feel like are important too, that we're headed towards. Like also, again, if you don't know, we just came out with instant funded accounts. I'm gonna send it to you guys just because gosh. Just because again, right now, They're super cheap. Not like super cheap. Obviously, for instant accounts, I think they're super cheap. Plus, if you use code NICK, this NICK, you'll get even cheaper instant funded. Honestly, a bunch of people are getting them right now. Can't lie to you just because they're cheap. And I can't say they're going to stay that cheap that long. And to you guys may not be cheap. But like I said, for instant accounts, they were more expensive before they fully came out on the website. But that's why we also trade NQ, guys. So if you're here expecting to trade Legacy, like I said, I'm probably not going to trade NQ. Again, we may not even get a setup for NQ. Okay, like price may just continue higher. And like I'm not saying we can't continue to trade within this trend, like we 1000% can. But again, like just based off higher time frames, I'm just a bigger fan of waiting for that pullback. Even though we're dealing with an index, and like yes, we're going to continue higher, or like that's at least the idea. I'd say we're gonna have these pullbacks, and that I'd rather just wait for that, just because we're so overextended. I wouldn't want to get into buys and then price does start to pull back, and that's where I'm just more comfortable waiting for sells. But again, we can continue higher, and if we do continue higher, I may mock something up, like mark it up, and just see, does it end up playing out. Fire crew, love that. Yeah, DAX kind of melted, I can't lie. Like again, like I wish this was like my entry model, but nonetheless, I have to wait for that structural break, and that could honestly eat me alive. Like that could, screw me over at the end of the day. But nonetheless, it typically doesn't. But it's nice catching these first initial trades. Like if we were breakout traders, 100%, I feel like we would have definitely taken something within here just by seeing the volume. Even if we waited for that first candle to close, there was a lot of volume within that candle. But I think I'll definitely look to enter at the 50% retracement here, just because we had some good displacement lower. Nice break. I think price is picking its direction, but again, like we are going to have pullbacks and hopefully a continuation back down to at least a 1 to 2. And then potentially deeper down into Tokyo lows for a larger pullback. If you guys want, like you guys can definitely play like a break of this leg, maybe pull back to continue lower, and it may play off of that. Just like, especially if price's sole objective, or at least for today or London session, is to go lower, it's most likely going to react off that internal bearish trend to continue lower. But nonetheless, the reason I still want to wait is because, again, like I feel like this is still a structural low where price still needs to surpass that, because we can still react off this bullish impulse to go higher. And that's like where entering at 50% of this bearish internal leg could screw us over. But yes, like at the end of the day, like it could still end up playing out. If it's going to play out, like that just tells us, okay, price is definitely looking to go lower. So it'll be a good confluence added to my overall trade. Like when price does finally break these lows, potentially have a pullback to give me entry, kind of just being add or a plus. Sorry guys, I always forget about YouTube. No one's there. Taco, who are you talking to? Like, I'd be confused. Like, I don't want to be a dick and like not answer you if you are talking to me. But then like I don't want to answer if you're talking to TGK. I just don't want to look like a dumbass. I was confused as well. Yeah. Nah, you're good. Like I like DAX, guys, but I feel like again, like going back to what I said earlier too, is just with DAX, a lot of times with these first initial bullish legs, there has been more losers than winners in this case. But obviously, if we create a new leg lower and we're just continuing within that trend, way higher probability, especially when it comes to DAX. Like you can 100 different story. But that's where like I want DAX to kind of stutter out here. I haven't set my limits, guys. I haven't. Just cause like I don't want to see price straight shot back into 50%. Doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna lose, but obviously like in some cases, like I just don't want to see that much volume step right back up. Be nice to see a couple closes. Maybe create some liquidity within this range. But nonetheless, like we took good liquidity. We have good targets. Like I think I'll still take it. I'm still going to take it no matter what. It's just either at 50% or a break of the lows. Most likely same stop loss. The only way we'll have a bigger stop is if price does come deep within this range. Then we'll have a way bigger stop. And like the only reason I don't want to wait for 71%, which again would give us way better, way higher RR too. But nonetheless, again, like our imbalance gets filled as we kind of come past the 50%. We could just react off this order block, not hit 71%, and just absolutely fucking rip. Oh, gosh, guys. These allergies, man. We trained Dax today? I think so, Thunder. You didn't miss nothing. I'm just like really debating Dax. Sorry. Oh my gosh, my nose is so stuffy, guys. I hate being sick on stream. Not sick. I don't even know what I am. Like I really think it's just allergies is kicking me down. But what I was debating is like obviously this is valid, but nonetheless, a lot of my data has been showing me there's a lot more losers in these first initial legs, and waiting for the extra confirmation solely on DAX has like been super important. Guys, I'm gonna have to charge my MacBook, so that means camera's going bye-bye. Sucks for you guys. All right, camera's gone because my MacBook's been dying so much faster now. It used to be solid. I set my chart like yours right now. Fire. Like, I think I am going to take 50%. And obviously, I'm just going to tell you guys, like, but again, like, I am willing to risk that just because we did end up profiting yesterday from DAX and Nikkei 100. And even if we didn't, I still would be willing to take this. I'd probably be a little bit more hesitant in the sense of waiting for another leg lower, but I know I can play with some profits. And two, I know I'm still taking a very high probability setup. I don't know why my fucking indicator keeps just disappearing. Guys, I will be dropping a video, I believe, tomorrow. So if you haven't fucking liked my last video, you're tripping. You need to go like it. Oh, sorry, comment too if you want to be entered in the giveaway. So we'll be picking winner tomorrow. Any plans to travel soon? A lot of people have been asking me that. I don't know. I was telling them yesterday I was going to go on, I think, a cruise. Probably go chill in Mexico for a bit. I don't know how the streaming's going to go. We'll see. Supposed to go somewhere else. I think I might at the end of the year, Henry. There's a chance me and Luca might be out there. There is a chance of that. Oh, fuck. I'm still not in yet. I see. This is why I don't like this much volume. This could be a quick loss, or we could just have a nasty reaction. So again, take this with a little bit of understanding that if you're not willing to risk, well, one, you should already have appropriate risk if you're trading with me, just because again, like, it is a valid setup. Or I mean, sorry, it's not necessarily just because it's a valid setup, but even though it is a valid setup, nonetheless, we're not guaranteed to win in any situation. But this one, I just think it's just, again, there's been so many situations where we just have a rush of volume into our 50%, and those have been typically our losers. Obviously, we've had our winners from those as well, but it's just not a good sign. But nonetheless, like, until I get enough data that tells me to like wait for a confirmation entry, or even go down to the 1 minute on DAX and UK 100, which I generally doubt, or waiting for some type of reaction. But again, even like waiting for reaction, sometimes you can get a horrible position where price reacts, wicks it, and now you're entering with, you know, damn near another 50 points down, you know. So, but in most of the cases, again, like, even if we do rush, have a lot of volume coming up into this area, we'll still end up kind of playing around in drawdown for a bit. But as long as we don't pass these highs, like, we're chilling. That's why my stops are there. NQ is going higher. If I were to trade anything and I would want to continue with this bullish trend, I would want to see like a break of these highs first, and then you could potentially play this bullish leg, like a pullback and continuation. Looks like UK 100 did what I kind of said, pull back within this internal leg. This is going to be a big tail too, especially because like DAX and UK 100 are kind of moving the same right now. I think I got entered in on DAX, guys, just because they're kind of moving the same. Again, like, this is going to be a big tell too, if like we do see price kind of react off this internal bearish trend, come lower. I think DAX will kind of run lower as well. Obviously, like, we could come higher, DAX could come lower, but nonetheless, I think they are going to kind of be a early tell on what we could expect potentially. But again, it'd be nice to see price continue lower, which from a higher time frame standpoint, or with a higher time frame context in mind, it's more likely, being that we've been bullish for a while, or at least for a longer extent. Not even longer extent, just a really big push. So we know that price will most likely rebalance. 15-minute looks good. 15-minute looks strong on UK 100. Wow. 30-minute, not so good. Hourly, not so good. 4-hour, whatever. 30-minute ugly. 15-minute still good. Nice little engulfing candle, but 30-minute hourly ugly. I like this previous candle though. This previous candle tells me a lot, just because again, it tells us that at this high, or at this point, at least in my case, if we wanted to see price continuing to push higher, we're probably not going to have those wicks like that. I mean, obviously there's been times like where we have these wicks kind of form and then we see price kind of rip right after, but compare these wicks to these wicks up here. Insane difference. Price clearly had some type of hesitation, kind of stalling, wasn't really kind of seeing that, bullish pressure, and the bear started to step in. And that's where, again, now we're seeing price flip structure. It's a great setup. I don't know why my one thing indicator is not working. Hold on, guys. I'm going to take my screen share from you one more time, because my shit's being weird. I don't know why. Alright, back YouTube. And I didn't stop streaming. Crazy. Wow. I mean, it's nothing crazy. You guys are gonna steal the code. Might as well show YouTube, huh? Yo, what's up, Michael? My boy Wiz is out there, and a few other pros I know started following. But again, one thing I want to talk about, and the reason I kind of threw this up is, again, like, this is an indicator I've kind of been working on. And again, I don't like indicators, but this isn't like an EMA, okay, or SMA, whatever. This is something to kind of give us an overall rating on our trade in itself. So Again, it's out of 100. So obviously, in this case, we have 20 points each. Yesterday was 25 points each, but there was only 4 things. Obviously, I'm still kind of adjusting things. A lot of this is just mainly going to be for me. But the reason I want to show you guys this is because this is going to be super important, especially like for my students, sorry, I kind of started there. Just because, again, like they'll have access to this where it's basically like a probability counter, right? And obviously, like at a certain point, like I don't even necessarily need this. I really don't. But I like having it up there. And 2, I think this is really good for beginner traders or people who are struggling following your system. Just because, again, like even if you didn't have like an indicator like this, just using a piece of paper too is super important. Just because, again, like it kind of not necessarily forces you, but it's a reminder of what you should be doing every single day, or at least what you should be looking for. And again, I always look for one, higher time frame alignment. We identify that on the hourly time frame as far as or seeing that we are overextended. So you check that off. And again, it adds to your trade score. Obviously checks it off up here. We had a liquidity sweep. Clearly, we had a nice little top candle. We took these highs, ended up breaking lows. I consider that a liquidity sweep. We had a break structure. Clear as day, break lower, boom. Imbalance. We have imbalance. Obviously, imbalance isn't going to be something that we see all the time. But let's say there was no imbalance and I didn't keep it checked. Obviously, 50 to 71% checked. So obviously, 80% trade score. So it's not 100%, but that doesn't necessarily mean, sorry, I can't talk. That doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to lose a trade. Again, yesterday on NASDAQ, we took a trade that was basically 80% trade score. It had one thing off. It had no liquidity sweep. And that first one lost, yes. But nonetheless, like we can have one off, like no imbalance, and still end up seeing price react in our favor. But obviously, in this case, we have it on. So this is a very good trade, right? So again, even if we lost this, we know it was at 100% trade score, solid. We have some good movement here. I am in this trade, guys. I did get entered in. I fucking hope I did. Yeah. Okay, so we were already running strong. Like again, like once we get to 101, like that's where I typically move to break even. So we're not too far from those lows. We can definitely move to break even if we do get there. And at that point, we're just expecting price to potentially come into 102. I'm most likely going to cut profits, which is half of my position at 101. Let the other half run, just because, again, like that's what I've been doing since the beginning of the year. It's been working out great. But one thing I am also noticing too is like I've had way less break evens this year. It's either loss or win. Yeah, sorry, I just can't think. Last year there was more break evens, but nonetheless, with not as many break evens, it's telling me that in a lot of my winners, I'm usually, again, like if I'm cutting half my position at 101, by the time the other half hits 102, that's a 1.5 RR. Where if I would have held the full position, I would have caught an extra 0.5 RR, which it may not be a lot, but it adds up over time, especially like when it comes to my data and statistics and all that. It's something I'm kind of considering. Like for NASDAQ, I do hold for 102, right? But when it comes to like my data aspect, it was telling me based off last year, I had a lot more break evens. Therefore, that's why I pay myself at 101 now, where instead of just moving a break even, I pay myself just in case price does come back to 101 or goes into a loss. Into break even, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, like I'm still going to follow that same management plan until like there's a lot of data kind of backing it up. Like let's say in this case, price comes down to 101, we take profits and it just rips to 102, telling us we could have just held a 102 in this case because we had a lot of confluences in our favor. But let's say price comes down to 101, we pay ourselves, move to break even. It flies back up again. Obviously, this is data kind of opposing that because it tells us that it kind of saved us, or at least still paid us in a trade that was going our direction at one point, right? So that's the biggest thing is on those trades that do come to break even or stop losses, at least I'm getting something out of that trade rather than nothing or a potential loss. I mean, I'm in DAX, so of course I'm going to think that it's going to shoot down here. And I hope it does, but nonetheless, like, are we in? Yeah, I'm in. Sorry. Like I told you guys, I was entering. Did I not? Told you guys I was still going to enter here. My bad. Like, I be forgetting I got to say that, like, I'm in. But we'll see again. Like, once we get a 1-1 risk free trade, seeing good reactions here as well. I'm just hoping price continues lower. And like I said, price is moving relatively the same on DAX and UK 100. So this is like a time where I do like to use them as like, what's the word for it? Like a core, like some type of correlation and like in this case a positive correlation, where obviously we're still internally bearish here. Like nonetheless, like I still want price to break this swing low before I even consider sells. But again, being that we're still internally bearish, if we do want to come lower, we're still going to continue to fall within that overall, structure where we have, breakouts, pullbacks, and then continuous breakouts, where if UK 100 is moving this direction, we clearly see that DAX is kind of following along, or vice versa, where, like I said earlier, this is just going to be a really good indication on, are we going to win this trade or not, or at least get to risk free and pay ourselves. But we'll see. And again, like I'm so interested on UK 100 too, because all I need is a break of these lows here. If I get a break of those lows, I'm not necessarily playing that internal trend anymore, because now we just broke a swing low, meaning we have to play the swing trend. But nonetheless, if we get that, I will play the pullback, enter at 50%, and look to continue to shoot lower, just because, one, I know DAX has a lot more room than UK 100, and I'll kind of go over what I mean by that. But like seeing that UK 100, we're pretty close to 50%, and obviously price could come down to 50% here, react off of it, and go higher. But nonetheless, we have a lot of imbalance. I think price has a lot of room to shoot lower. And then not only that, if we're kind of moving the same as DAX, I don't doubt that we are going to also continue lower as well. And if we are, we know we have a lot more room to go. Therefore, I think that, like, again, like if DAX is still hunting 50% and UK 100 has already hit 50%, we're most likely going to go lower on UK 100 to continue to seek deeper discounted levels. Yeah, I did say it, Lexi. Needs a push to lows. But again, like we're just barely in profits now. We need a little bit more to go. Nothing kind of get excited over of, but that's a really good reaction. Like those are the reactions I like to see. Again, we did have a decent amount of volume push up into that area, but nonetheless, probably one of the best reactions we could have got. But we'll see if price does end up holding strong. Fire. Let's hope we kind of get a nice DAX win. Obviously, March was a little bit slow for us, a little choppy, but I mean, let's see. It'd be absolutely ridiculous if like this entire week going into the next week with this ceasefire deal, we just have like picture perfect trade scenarios. It actually like kind of like ticked me off a little bit. Just a little bit. I'd be like, wow. Like it was really because of all this bullshit. Sorry guys, I was on Instagram, I'm kind of bored. Fire Sosa. Haven't traded DAX in a minute, been so many choppy days. Crazy that this is the first solid setup. Kind of. Yeah, it'd be solid. Like if price absolutely ran here and we like won, beautiful. If we lost, obviously I'm not gonna just go and blame that on like news and shit and what's going on in the world. But I mean, this is a pretty picture perfect trade. But I literally have a video that says like sometimes it's the highest probability trades, and obviously we see it's our highest probability trade within my system. Could still lose, but again, like we're understanding that. That's why it's good risk, and hopefully you guys are risking good too. Truly, you guys shouldn't be over risking. You really shouldn't. And even if you got in later than I did, like down here for some reason, I would still have my stops at these highs. Even if you're stretching out your stop loss, if price is going to go lower, I think it's going to have a big move lower, especially during New York. But, oh my God, I had a brain fart. But the reason I say have your stops at those highs is because, again, like price can play all the way up into those highs. Obviously, with that type of rejection, like this was a beautiful fucking trade, right? Off of an order block in premium, had good displacement lower, beautiful. Or even for you ICTers out there, fair value gap. Can't blame the news. I can blame Henry. I 100% love to blame Henry. After previews low, so ever something else you look for stop loss. Usually, yeah, because if I'm entering at 50% Thunder, it was Thunder. If I'm entering at 50%, my 101 gets hit at these lows. Guaranteed, all the time. So at 101, I'll pay myself. I'll cut half my position off, which is a pretty big chunk. And then I'll just let the rest run into my 102 at break even, of course, just to kind of ensure that I'm still at a risk-free trade. Let's go, Sosa. Some nice Bitcoin. Don't come to Europe. You won't leave. Like, you mean that in like a good way? Like, I'll like it? Or you mean that in like, you're gonna like tie me up, put me in a basement? A bad way became baby. Fucking Henry. Wow. It made me think of that movie instantly. Like, without even you saying that. Just what you said. That movie, like, gave me, like, not, like, traumatized me, but, like, I was, like, younger when I watched that. Like, pretty young, I think. It just made me realize, like, damn. Like, damn, like, this world is fucking crazy. Like, it was a really good movie, but it was still, like, wow. Eye-opener for sure. Something in my eye. Oh yeah, 100% Henry. 100% Henry. I mean, obviously it's a movie, but like, you know what I'm saying. What's Nas doing? Again, guys, one thing with Nas, I told you guys, if I were to been looking for buys, I need to see a break of this high. It's not a break of this high. Okay. So again, no break. It's not even, no. Just because candle closure, way better in this case. This is typically, I like to look at it as just a, oh my God, why did it do that? I like to look at this as a liquidity sweep. And that's definitely what it was. Took these highs, took liquidity, came down lower. Now taking this liquidity. So either way, I don't think we'd have a setup for NQ. Flat out being honest. So if you're not trading, DAX UK 100, because again, like Legacy doesn't offer it, but nonetheless, like if you guys, like I trade on my live broker, and if you guys want to start trading live, just shoot me a DM. I got you. I got you. Because a lot of people do trade live with me in here. Unless you're on a FOREX prop firm. Which you shouldn't be. You should only be on Legacy. But I can't say that. Like, I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, if you're on a Forex firm, like, you should be able to find it. But in most cases, most futures firms don't offer it. Oh my God. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. Sorry there's no face cam right now. Oh, my thing charged a bit. We'll turn it on. Why did it go blurry like that? Why did it get so dark? Alright, let's see if video capture is now working. Oh, that's why. Alright, we're back with the video cam on. Here. Boom. Alright. I'll be in here a little bit longer just because I think this trade, especially with the volume we're seeing, should hit 101. Where at that point, again, like, close half my position, move to break even. There's times like, if I don't take half my position out, as if like we really just see price fly through these lows, to be honest. Mike, I'll text you back right now. Give me a sec. Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna do. Damn it, Michael. Damn it, Michael. But hopefully, oh my gosh, this chair, man. Let's just get that rest of that push, man. Give me the push. Go back to general. You looking at NAS? No, not really. What's the live account? Like, what do you mean, what's the live account? Like the one I was talking about earlier? Like what broker I trade with? Or like you're asking what's my size of my live account? How much am I risking per trade? Like I won't say the size of my account, but I'm risking 1,000 a trade usually. Can't hear my voice? No. Are we fucked? Are we cooked, chat? 1-2-1-2. Okay, Discord. Should be good. Is it just him? It might just be you. They won't set any of your credit cards. Try contacting. Fuck. Why did it cut off? 1-2. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay, there. Better. I don't know why I switched it to the camera audio. Fuck. I don't know. I was answering some of your questions. I don't feel like going back. But yeah, I was saying if you're having an issue with legacy, make a ticket. Make a ticket. See if they can help you out. No way we're edging like that. Got me fucked up. Imagine we miss our 101 and we just absolutely skyrocket and lose this trade. I probably shouldn't say that, but I would just find that shit so funny. Audie's a little chop right now. Fuck. What is this shit? 1-2. 1-2. Better? No. You gonna jinx it, bro? I know. What if I did? Nah, I just think price is making another topic to go lower. Let's look at UK 100. Yeah, UK 100 dip, and I feel like we're gonna dip. Well, at least we should. We're still structurally sound within this internal price action. And again, like I could have taken this trade on UK 100 as well. But like I'm really strict when it comes to my system. And just based off the structure to the left, I was more comfortable with waiting to break at those lows. Okay, just because this could have just been an internal pullback of this swing 5-minute leg to lead higher. And obviously that probably would have meant I lost DAX as well. But again, like if I'm going to lose DAX, I'm going to lose DAX. If I'm going to lose UK 100 taking a trade that I know has still a decently high probability of going higher, I'm just going to wait for the break of that low to tell me otherwise. Because again, going back to what I said earlier, if price is going to continue lower, especially, if the objective for the day is to go lower, it should, and it is, like I said, playing out with that internal structure lower. Because either way, like this is still how price moves. Even if it has a higher probability of going higher, it's going to react off of its bearish and bullish legs, have pullbacks, continuations, and move in wave-like patterns. So you guys can even take trades like this, just with the understanding that they're lower probability. But obviously, sometimes they're going to be winners. I just think there will be less winners than losers. But obviously, if you have high RR, that doesn't even necessarily matter. I just don't do it. Oh, fuck. Am I not paying attention? Did we come lower? Fuck. All right, guys. Hit 101. W. Well, obviously, like I'm holding a 1-2. But I need to cut. Well, I actually haven't cut half my position yet. That's what I mean. Is when we get this much volume through If we come back up like in the area, I'm definitely going to cut half. All right. I cut half. Cut half. And I am at break even. Cut half, break even. Again, you guys can hold the full position to 1 to 2. It's just I have to kind of follow the management plan that I have. And a lot of that is based off data, especially a lot from last year. But, you know, going back to another conversation I had with you guys earlier, in this situation, I could potentially, as we kind of continue through the months, if price, let's say in this case, just straight shots down to fucking 1 to 2. And obviously at that case, we could have caught a full 1 to 2 move rather than a 1.5 RR. Okay. That's where I will, if there's enough data to back that up, probably just start going for 1 to 2s and holding the full thing. I'll definitely still go to break even at 1 to 1, but it's just, again, if it goes to show, again, like if the data shows from these last couple trades, especially from this beginning of the year, where I mainly started following this management plan, again, if there's less break evens, more winners, then it's worth it. But if there's around the same amount of break evens as winners or more break evens than winners, then it's probably not worth it. And the reason I say that is because if there's a lot more break evens, then it tells me if I don't pay myself at that 1 to 1, I'm making nothing on those trades. Where obviously if we have more winners, that means at that case we're probably not hitting break even. We're going to our full 1 to 2 on those trades. It's just a matter of I decided to pay myself in case price did go to break even, right? And that'll really tell me a lot when it comes to the understanding of if it's worth it, just based off, you know, data and statistics. And not even statistics, I'm tweaking data. And that's why I preach it so much. It's just like I do it all the fucking time. If you guys aren't, you're lacking. Seriously. Dare I say, get it together. I got a fucking nasty headache. But again, beautiful entry here. Obviously, I'm going for a 1 to 2. And my 1 to 2 is obviously based off our original stop loss, which the reason I moved stop is just to kind of show you guys I'm break even. But 1 to 2 is right around here at around 270 points, I'd say. So need to see the rest of move down. Obviously, I already paid myself, but if price comes to break even, still made some money. It is what it is. Obviously, if price comes down further, we're still in the other half of our position. Hopefully, we continue to move down, pay ourselves a little bit more. Boom, bam, pow. I'm out of here too. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, no NQ trading today. Either way, we didn't have a setup. Nothing. But I'll see you guys for Power Hour tomorrow. Beautiful trade. You guys should have made something. If you haven't, you should at least be at break even. Okay. Should not turn into a losing day for you. Should not. It's a winning day. Boom. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Power Hour and again for London. Later. Later, YouTube. YouTube. Later, guys.